Welcome back to the channel JF Coin everyone to another amazing and exciting video about rare and valuable US coins that could be hiding right now in your pocket change, old jars, or coin albums. Today, we're diving deep into the story, history, and market value of one of the most surprising modern coins that's catching collectors' attention across America, the 2006 Lincoln Penny, also known as the 2006 Ultra Lincoln 1-cent coin. You may think this coin is just an ordinary penny, but some examples are actually worth hundreds of dollars, even up to $442 or more depending on condition, rarity, and mint errors. So get ready, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes a 2006 Lincoln Penny valuable, what rare varieties and errors to look for, and how you can check if your penny might secretly be worth a lot of money. Let's start with a bit of background. The Lincoln cent has been one of the most iconic and longest-running coins in U.S. history. First introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it replaced the Indian head penny and became the first U.S. coin to feature the image of a real historical person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse, or front side, shows the famous bust of President Lincoln, while the reverse features the classic Lincoln Memorial design that lasted from 1959 all the way to 2008. The 2006 Lincoln Penny marks one of the final years of this memorial reverse design before the coin's big change in 2009 for the Lincoln Bicentennial Series. That already makes it interesting historically, but what makes some of these 2006 pennies extremely valuable are the special minting errors, die varieties, and condition rarities that occurred during production. Now let's talk about how these coins were made and what separates the rare ones from the common ones. In 2006, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln Memorial cents across three main mints: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark; Denver, D Mint Mark; and San Francisco, S Mint Mark for proofs. The vast majority are common and only worth face value, 1 cent. However, a tiny fraction came out with unique flaws or perfect striking details that turn them into treasures for collectors. Among the most valuable types are 1. The 2006 double die obverse, DDO. This error happens when the coin die strikes the planchet twice slightly off, creating a doubling effect, especially visible on the date, the word liberty, and the motto, "In God We Trust." Coins showing this doubling in sharp detail can sell for anywhere between $100 and $400, and some pristine uncirculated examples graded by PCGS or NGC have reached $442 or higher. 2. When the coin is struck misaligned with the die, part of the design is missing and shifted to one side. If about 10 to 50% of the design is off-center while still showing a clear date, collectors pay high premiums, often over $200 depending on how dramatic the error is. This happens when part of the blank metal disc, planchet, is accidentally cut off before the coin is struck. These clipped planchet pennies are rare and collectible, often selling between $50 and $300. Special collector sets sold by the U.S. Mint in 2006 included pennies with a unique satin finish, smoother, softer luster than regular circulation coins. High-grade examples graded MS69 or higher can bring in over $400 on auction sites like eBay and Heritage Auctions. Now, let's look closely at the coin itself. On the obverse, you'll see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, with "In God We Trust" above his head, liberty on the left, and the year 2006 on the right side. If your penny has a small d under the year, that means it was minted in Denver. No letter means it's from Philadelphia, while S indicates it's a proof coin from San Francisco. On the reverse, you'll see the classic Lincoln Memorial building designed by Frank Gasparo with the small seated figure of Lincoln visible inside between the columns. The inscriptions, "United States of America" and "E pluribus unum" appear above and 1 cent below. While billions were made, it's the condition and small details that set the valuable ones apart. So grab a magnifying glass or a coin microscope and check for doubling on the letters, off-center strikes, die cracks, or unusual metal flaws. Now here's the exciting part: the market value. As of the most recent coin auctions, high-grade 2006 Lincoln cents certified in mint state condition have been fetching impressive prices. A perfect MS-70 satin finish penny sold for around $442, while even slightly lower grades like MS-68 and MS-69 can bring in anywhere from $75 to $200. Collectors are willing to pay big money for flawless or error examples because they represent the finest known survivors from huge mintages. If you find one with sharp details, full luster, and no visible scratches, you might have a small treasure right in your pocket change. Handle it carefully, always hold coins by the edges and avoid touching the faces. Don't clean it, cleaning can destroy the surface and cut the value in half. Use good lighting, look at the coin under bright light or with a coin loop to spot doubling or minting flaws. Check recent auction sites, eBay, Heritage Auctions, and PCGS price guides can give you up-to-date values. Get it graded. If your coin looks mint fresh, send it to PCGS, NGC, or Annex for professional grading. So, the next time you see a 2006 Lincoln penny in your change, don't ignore it. Look closely, because one small cent could turn into hundreds of dollars if it has the right features. These modern coins are becoming the new favorites among collectors, and as time goes on, high-grade or error examples will only become rarer and more valuable. Remember, coin collecting isn't just about money, it's also about the story each coin carries. The 2006 Lincoln cent represents over a century of American history, craftsmanship, and change. It's a symbol of how something as small as 1 cent can hold enormous cultural and monetary value. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn about more rare and valuable coins hiding in your pocket, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next upload. Tell us in the comments below, have you ever found a rare penny or any coin worth big money? Share your stories. We love hearing from our viewers. Until next time, keep checking your change, stay curious, and happy coin hunting. Would you like me to write a part 2 focused only on the rare error types and grading tips for the 2006 penny for your next YouTube video? I can make it even longer and more detailed for better audience retention. Today, have you ever checked your pocket change and wondered if one of those ordinary-looking pennies could actually be worth hundreds of dollars? What if I told you that a simple 1981 cent Lincoln penny could be hiding a secret, one that might make it worth not just 1 cent, but up to $442 or even more? Yes, you heard that right. That tiny copper coin sitting in your drawer could be a hidden piece of American history and a collector's dream. In this video, we're diving deep into the 1980 Lincoln penny, its fascinating history, minting secrets, rare varieties, errors, and market value, everything you need to know to discover whether you might be holding a fortune right now. So grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and let's uncover the truth about this small but the story of the 1980 Lincoln penny begins over a century earlier, in 1909. When the United States Mint first introduced the Lincoln cent to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, one of America's greatest leaders. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin became instantly iconic. It was the first U.S. coin to feature the face of a real person. Fast forward to 1980, the world was changing. The U.S. economy was battling inflation, gas prices were soaring, and the cost of minting coins was rising. Copper, the main metal in pennies, had become expensive. Yet, the 1980 penny was still made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it that beautiful reddish tone collectors love today. This was one of the last generations of true copper Lincoln cents before the mint switched to copper-plated zinc coins in 1982. That alone makes the 1980 penny special. It's part of the final chapter of America's pure copper penny era. Each of these coins weighed 3.11 grams and was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While millions were produced, not all were created equal, and that's where the story gets exciting. Most 1980 pennies are worth face value, 1 cent. But some lucky few are worth hundreds of dollars, even thousands, depending on condition, mint mark, and hidden errors. Let's talk about what makes the 1980 Lincoln penny so collectible. The 1980 no mint mark penny, Philadelphia. If your coin doesn't have a mint mark below the date, it was made in Philadelphia. High grade, uncirculated examples with full red luster can sell for $100 to $300, and coins graded MS67RD by PCGS have reached over $400 at auction. The 1980 D penny, Denver Mint. Look closely at the D Mint mark. Some 1980 D pennies show weak strikes, doubling on the date, or misplaced mint marks. A perfect uncirculated 1980 D penny graded MS67RD has sold for $442, making it one of the most valuable modern copper pennies out there. The 1980 S proof penny. Proof coins were made for collectors and struck with polished dies. They have mirror-like surfaces and sharp details. Some 1980 S proofs show cameo contrast. These can fetch $50 to $150, depending on grade and quality. Era varieties. Here's where the real treasures hide. Double die obverse. Look for doubling in. Liberty, in God we trust. Or the date. Off center strike. Coins not properly centered during minting can show parts of the design missing, worth from $50 to $300. Clipped planchet. A coin missing a chunk from its edge can sell for up to $200. Bi error. A small die crack between the letters B and E. In Liberty, collectors love this minor error. Every little detail can make a huge difference in value, so always check your pennies under a magnifier or take them to a coin dealer for evaluation. So, how do collectors and dealers decide whether your penny is worth 1 cent or $442? It all comes down to condition and grading. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC evaluate coins based on their surface condition, color, and luster. Pennies are typically graded from PUR, P1, to mint state, MS70. Here's a general value breakdown. Circulated coins, brown, worth about 1 to 5 cents. Uncirculated red-brown coins, worth around $10 to $40. Brilliant red mint state coins, MS67 or higher, worth $300 to $442 or more. Especially if certified by PCGS. Rare era coins can easily jump from $100 to $500, depending on rarity and demand. Collectors pay top dollar for coins with bright copper color, minimal marks, and sharp details. So, if you find a 1980 penny that looks brand new, don't spend it. Keep it safe, and consider getting it graded. Beyond its financial worth, the 1980 Lincoln penny carries a story of American resilience and heritage. It's a symbol of the everyday economy, a piece of the past that connects generations. Think about it, this coin could have passed through thousands of hands over 4 decades. It might have been used to buy a soda in the 80s, saved by a child in the 90s, and rediscovered by a collector in 2025. Every penny has a journey, and that's what makes coin collecting so magical. You're not just holding metal, you're holding history, art, and legacy. Now, you might be wondering, how can I tell if my 1980 penny is valuable? Check the mint mark. Is there a DS or no mint mark at all? Examine the surface. Is it shiny, red, and smooth with no scratches? Look for errors, doubling, off-center strikes, die cracks, or missing details. Weigh it. A genuine copper penny from 1980 should weigh 3.11 grams. If it's lighter, it might be a transition era coin, and that could be a jackpot. Get it graded. If your coin looks perfect, send it to PCGS or NGC for official certification. So next time you're going through your spare change, remember, not all pennies are created equal. Some are just worth 1 cent, but a rare few could make your wallet a lot heavier. The 1980 Lincoln penny stands as a shining reminder that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places, even in your pocket. Who knows? The next time you open that old jar of coins, you might just find a 1980 penny worth $442 or more, a little copper miracle hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing coin stories, rare finds, and hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching, and may your next penny be your lucky one. Would you like me to make a shorter, more emotional version for voiceover style or a YouTube short script for the same 1980 penny? I can tailor it perfectly for the YouTube algorithm. Today in 1998, pennies were struck at 3 main U.S. mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint added its own mint mark, a small letter on the coin that tells you where it was made. No mint mark means it came from Philadelphia, a D means Denver, and an S means San Francisco, usually for proof coins. The Philadelphia Mint struck the most pennies that year, over 5 billion of them. Denver produced a huge number too, while the San Francisco Mint created limited proof coins for collectors. But here's the secret: even though billions were made, only a few have survived in perfect condition, and some have very rare variations that can make them worth hundreds of dollars today. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know: how can a 1-cent coin be worth $442 or more? The answer lies in the details. Collectors pay high prices for coins that are in mint state condition. That means they look just like the day they left the mint. A 1998 penny graded MS-68 read by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC can easily fetch hundreds of dollars in today's market. But there's more. Some 1998 pennies have special minting errors equals small mistakes that occurred during production. These include double die obverse errors, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and even transitional planchet errors where the penny was accidentally struck on the wrong metal. These mistakes make each coin unique, and collectors love that uniqueness. In fact, a 1998 Lincoln penny with a sharp double die on the obverse, that's the front side with Lincoln's face, can sell for hundreds, and in perfect condition, close to $442 or even higher, depending on demand and grade. Proof coins from San Francisco with mirror-like finishes and no scratches are also highly desirable and can sell for premium prices at auctions. Now take a close look at your penny. On the front, you'll see Abraham Lincoln's famous portrait. Above him are the words, "In God We Trust." On the left it says, "Liberty," and the date, 1998, sits proudly on the right. Just below that, you might find a small D or S, that's your mint mark. Flip the coin over, and you'll see the magnificent Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. If you look closely under a magnifying glass, you can even see a tiny statue of Lincoln sitting inside the memorial, a small but incredible detail that many people never notice. Around the top edge are the words, "United States of America," and below that, "E pluribus unum," meaning, out of many, one. The denomination, 1 cent, stands strong at the bottom. But here's the thing: small imperfections like doubling in the lettering, slight misalignments, or die cracks can make your coin rare and valuable. So, always check both sides carefully. Even a small doubling in the word, "Liberty," or the date, 1998, can turn a regular penny into a small fortune. By 1998, pennies were no longer made of solid copper. Since 1982, the U.S. Mint had switched to a copper-plated zinc composition. That means 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper. These coins weigh about 2.5 grams. But occasionally, a 1998 penny might have been struck on an older copper planchet by mistake, and if you find one of those, that's when you hit the jackpot. Such an error could make your penny worth hundreds, even thousands. You can test your coin's composition by weighing it. If it weighs around 3.11 grams, it's probably made of copper, a very rare error for this year. If it weighs 2.5 grams, it's the standard zinc type. Now let's look at today's market. The value of a 1998 Lincoln penny depends on 3 main things: condition, rarity, and demand. Most circulated pennies from that year are worth only 1 cent, but uncirculated ones, especially those graded high or with visible errors, can easily reach $50 to $442 or more. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint can be worth between $5 and $100 depending on quality, and high-grade error coins have been auctioned for several $100s. Coin collectors and investors are constantly searching for these hidden gems. The 1998 Lincoln penny has become a favorite among collectors because it represents the late era of the Lincoln Memorial design, right before the transition to the Lincoln Bicentennial and Shield designs that started in 2009. That historical importance adds extra value for serious numismatists. So, how do you find one of these valuable 1998 pennies? Start by checking your change, your old coin jars, or any penny rolls you have from the bank. Look for shiny, well-preserved examples, and always check for errors using a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. If you find one that looks special with doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual metal tone, consider getting it graded by PCGS or NGC. A small investment in grading can turn a common penny into a verified treasure worth hundreds. Also, keep an eye on online auctions and coin shows. Some collectors have discovered that coins they thought were ordinary ended up being rare mint errors sold for over $400. So the next time you see a 1998 penny lying on the ground, don't just walk past it. That tiny piece of copper-colored metal carries over a century of American history, the image of one of the greatest presidents, and perhaps even a hidden fortune. Every coin tells a story, and your story could be the one where a 1-cent coin turns into $442 or even more. Keep searching, keep learning, and never underestimate the value of what seems small. Because sometimes, the smallest treasures can hold the biggest surprises. Who knows? Maybe the next coin you pick up will make you a part of coin collecting history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another coin story like this. Share this video with your friends and family. You never know who might be sitting on a fortune without realizing it. Drop a comment below telling me what rare coins you've found, and I'll feature the best stories in my next video. Thank you for watching, and remember, every penny counts, especially the 1998 Ultra Lincoln penny. Would you like me to make this script sound even more dramatic and cinematic, with emotional pauses and suspense for a voiceover-style YouTube video? I can make it flow perfectly for narration timing. Today we are diving deep into the story, the mystery, and the incredible value behind the 2016 D. Lincoln penny, a coin that has shocked collectors, excited treasure hunters, and made ordinary people richer overnight. Yes, this tiny 1-cent coin, minted in Denver, could be hiding a big secret and might just be worth up to $442 or more depending on its condition, rarity, and minting errors. So, make sure to watch this video till the very end, because you might just realize you've been holding a piece of hidden treasure all along. Let's begin with a little history, because every coin tells a story. The Lincoln penny has been a proud symbol of American history since 1909. When it was first introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin has carried Lincoln's profile for more than a century, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. Over the years, this humble penny has gone through changes, from its original wheat reverse design to the Lincoln Memorial, and now the Union Shield design introduced in 2010, representing Lincoln's role in keeping the nation united. The 2016 D. Lincoln penny proudly continues that legacy, minted in Denver, Colorado, marked with the small letter D beneath the year. Now, you might be thinking it's just a penny, there must be billions of them. And you're absolutely right. In 2016, the U.S. Mint produced hundreds of millions of these coins. But here's where things get fascinating. Not all pennies are created equal. Some carry tiny flaws, minting errors, or rare characteristics that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. And it's these rare variations of the 2016 D penny that can fetch hundreds of dollars on the coin market. Collectors have discovered a few versions of the 2016 D Lincoln cent that are turning heads. One of the most valuable types includes die errors, such as double die obverse, where Lincoln's face, the words, "Liberty," or "In God We Trust," appears slightly doubled under magnification. These doubling errors can make the coin extremely desirable. There are also off-center strikes, where the design is slightly misaligned, some so off-center that part of the coin's edge is blank, creating a unique and valuable piece. Other coins show die cracks, cuds, or even broad strikes that make them look unusual but very collectible. Another factor that drives the price sky high is condition. If your 2016 D penny is in uncirculated or mint state condition, it means it hasn't been scratched, handled, or used in regular transactions. These coins often have a beautiful luster and shine. In mint-graded conditions, such as MS65, MS66, or MS67, the value can jump dramatically. While a normal circulated 2016 D penny might be worth just 1 cent, those top-grade coins have been selling for $200, $300, even up to $442 at auctions and private collector sales. Imagine finding one of those in your coin jar. That's why coin enthusiasts all over the world are now rechecking their 2016 pennies, examining the details, the mint mark, and the shine. You never know which one could be the jackpot. But let's talk about why this coin matters beyond the price. The Lincoln penny represents endurance and history. It has survived wars, recessions, redesigns, and even the debate about whether the penny should be discontinued altogether. Yet, the 2016 D penny continues to remind us of the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, a leader who stood for unity, equality, and honesty. The Union shield on the back, with its bold stripes and single banner, symbolizes the strength of one nation united, even through struggle. So when you hold that small copper-plated zinc coin, you're holding more than just 1 cent, you're holding a piece of American spirit and resilience. Now, let's break down the current market value and what makes the $442 figure real. As of now, high-grade examples of the 2016 D Lincoln Shield penny have sold in professional coin auctions for hundreds of dollars. One particular coin, graded MS68 red by the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS), sold for around $442 due to its pristine surface, rich red color, and sharp strike. This is an exceptional grade. Only a handful of coins achieve such perfection. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these rare, flawless specimens because they represent the very best of modern minting. If you're curious whether your 2016 D penny could be valuable, here's what you should do. First, grab a magnifying glass or coin microscope and look carefully at both sides. Check the date, mint mark, and lettering for doubling, cracks, or any unusual features. Then, look at the color. A bright, shiny red finish usually means the coin has been well preserved. Compare your coin to pictures of certified high-grade examples online, and if you think yours might be special, consider having it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. Sometimes, that one decision can turn a common penny into a collector's dream. It's also worth noting that coin collecting isn't just about value, it's about discovery and passion. Many people start simply by sorting through their change and end up learning so much about history, design, and even economics. Each coin you find tells a story of the time it was made. The 2016 D penny reflects a modern era and age of digital payments where physical coins are slowly disappearing, which might make them even more valuable to future generations. So, next time you find a 2016 D Lincoln penny, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. It might be your lucky coin, the one that shines a little brighter, carries a small imperfection that makes it extraordinary, and could be worth hundreds of dollars. Remember, treasures don't always come in gold and silver. Sometimes, they come in copper and zinc, right in your pocket. If you enjoyed learning about this ultra-valuable Lincoln penny, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss our upcoming videos about rare coins that could be hiding in your change. Every week, we uncover more hidden gems, secret minting errors, and shocking coin values you need to know about. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows? The next time you open your wallet, you might just find a small penny worth a fortune. Would you like me to make this more dramatic and storytelling style, like a treasure discovery narration, or keep it as this educational plus exciting tone for your YouTube channel?